County celebrates Black History Month. The theme for 2024 is African Americans and the Arts. This video will highlight the many impacts Black Americans have had throughout history on visual arts, music, dance, cultural movements, and more. The many sounds of music helped uplift African Americans through challenging times then, and it still does to this day.
Here's a story about Minnie the Moocher.
Music from the African American culture not only helped with motivation through enduring times like the Jim Crow era.
Southern trees bear strange fruit.
Civil rights movement. And the Black Power movement. It also influenced and inspired people throughout the entire world.
Talk to me so you can see what's going on.
From church gospel to jazz, rhythm and blues, to Motown and funk, and music in the African American culture has evolved throughout the years.
In 50 years, hip-hop has done what no other genre has been able to do on a global level.
Montgomery Blair High School social studies teacher Kenneth Smith breaks it all down.
We're going to start to dig deep into women in hip-hop.
In the classroom.
I will treat you to Chipotle if anybody can tell me who this is.
Smith teaches a unique course that's one of the first in the nation.
The course is hip-hop history and culture, and it's taught from a historical and sociological perspective. So we are in the social studies department. It's unique in the sense that K through 12, very few public schools in the country teach a course specifically about hip hop.
What I want to do is play a minute of it, look at the lyrics, and what do you think about the song overall?
I always say that if it weren't for hip hop, I wouldn't be a teacher. Whenever I enter a room, hip hop enters with me.
This is Roxanne. Now, this is Roxanne Shante. She was notorious for being an outspoken, dope battle MC.
Artists such as KRS-One, Public Enemy, Chuck D, the Jungle Brothers, the whole Native Tongues, they really got me thinking critically about the world around me. And it was fascinating to see, especially young Black men, telling their truths in such an aggressive and confident way. Hip hop, we're here. We're not going anywhere. We're here.
Just like music, African Americans have used dance as an expression, which is also another form of art. Dance forms including Lindy Hop, hip hop, the twist, and many others were created within African American communities, but later popularized within mainstream communities. And dance forms have also morphed throughout the years. Today, it can be seen in many forms.
Dance is the language I use to speak to God. It is movement personified when words fail you.
Local folklore educator and professional dancer Angela Ingram began her career at the age of 9 in ballet, jazz, tap, and Hawaiian. She also often teaches classes here at Montgomery College's Cultural Arts Center, located in Silver Spring.
Dance is a sacredness, and has been a sacredness in our culture continuously still to this day. It's a sacredness of how we choose to represent ourselves through movement. Without the arts, there probably would be no history. We can go through every area: economics, education, law, entertainment. Black artists have always influenced the culture significantly, and we're always the forefront in cultures. We have all these people who magnificently personify what it is to be, and I want to say revolutionary, but to have your staple in the arts of who you are as an individual that's represented in a country that kind of despises you.
Ingram's passion for dance and movement led her to study intensely with many notable legends, including Alvin Ailey.
Alvin Ailey was a major contributor to this day, and his company, the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, has made a wonderful contribution to our culture in terms of what dance means in the Black community. His signature piece, Revelation, is an actual statement of what Black church religion is in our culture. I understood something about the sacredness and what happens in culture through movement, how you actually tell the story of somebody's culture through movement, through dance specifically. What inspired me to be a folklore specialist was understanding that I could speak history through movement. My specialty now is like Afro-Brazilian, Afro-Cuban, understanding with the Gullah Geechee culture in South Carolina, understanding what it is in Cuba and that folklore revelation in terms of if you just turn off the sound when you watch people dance, you will not know where they come from.
And Ingram's specialty is taught through her dance business as well.
The acronym is HOCUS, and I named it the House of Culture and Soul because growing up, for me, we would say you don't have any home training. The house is for the home training. House of Culture is to make sure that I never lose aspect of who I am. No matter what the society has tried to oppress in me, my culture is significant, and I will always be true to that culture.
Just like music and dance, artwork within the Black American community is another form of expression.
I believe that art has a way of articulating things that words can't.
Local award-winning artist Levi Robinson has a studio located in Rockville, and his artwork speaks to you.
I choose most often to paint with this dark palette because, I just like to bring the light out of the darkness.
By taking a critical view of social, political, and cultural issues as they relate to the Black experience, while also incorporating the civil rights movement, hip-hop, jazz, sports, and urban landscapes.
My work is inspired by our experience, how we've overcome adversity, the lessons learned, the obstacles we still face, how we relate to one another, how we relate to the world, how the world views us, how we view the world. I want to convey that we exist and that we're important. Our viewpoint is important. Our aesthetic is important.
So the one image is actually the silhouette of an American, and I have this young African man inside that silhouette to signify we are them, they are us.
The way that we express ourselves is just as significant as any other culture.
African American heritage and culture remains resilient while continuing to evolve and grow into its authentic beauty, which has and always will be reflected in the arts.
Happy Black History Month to the residents of Montgomery County.
Happy Black History Month, Montgomery County.
To Montgomery County, happy Black History Month.